All right, Algebra 2, we're going to finish Chapter 4, Section 5 with things that continue. So notice that this can be a perfect square. The perfect square of 16s to the 4th is 4s squared. And the perfect square of 1 is 1. So notice the first thing I could do is make this 4s squared plus 1 and 4s squared minus 1. From here, this side is prime, so I'm going to rewrite that, because remember, perfect squares that are being added are prime. This one can continue on. Perfect square of 4s squared is 2s. Perfect square of 1 is continuing to be 1. So 2s plus 1, 2s minus 1. So while we're talking about the pink sheet, this is the side for squares. So pink sheet, I'll go ahead and highlight this in pink. When I add two perfect squares, in order to factor them, you can't. It is prime. And I'm going to explain that because a lot of people get stuck on that. When you subtract difference of two perfect squares, you're going to always have a plus and a minus. Now let me take a minute to discuss this. A lot of people think that y squared plus 9 would be y plus 3, y plus 3. And I see why you would think that, but let's go ahead and check this back by foiling. So if I foil this to check it, first terms are y squared, outer terms are 3y, inner terms are 3y, last terms are 9. Notice the only way these outer and inners can cancel out is if one is a plus and one is a minus, which was not the case here. So this ends up being y squared plus 6y plus 9, which is not y squared plus 9. So make sure you know to factor, that would be prime. All right, we got some that carry on. Let's look at a to the 4th minus 81. Perfect square of a to the 4th, a squared. Perfect square of 81, 9. I know I need a plus and a minus. We're going to put a square in the front, and we're going to put 9 in the back. Do you see what I see? Do you see that this a squared minus 9 can continue? The perfect square of a squared is a. Didn't mean to do that, sorry. Perfect square of a squared is a. Perfect square of 9 is 3. So this becomes a squared plus 9. Remember, that's prime. We still have to write it, because if we had to factor or foil it all back through, we should want this as our answer. And whenever I have the difference to two squares, I need a plus and a minus. And we have a plus 3, a minus 3. All right, last one for this section. Ooh. This is a perfect square as well. Let's go ahead and look. Perfect square of m to the 8th is m to the 4th. Perfect square of 1 is 1. M to the 4th plus 1. M to the 4th minus 1. You see that this can continue. We want to write down this one. And then we have our plus and our minus. Perfect square of m to the 4th is m squared. Perfect square of 1 is 1. And it continues. We're going to rewrite m to the 4th plus 1, m squared plus 1, and this continues to be m plus 1, m minus 1. Finally, we have our answer, and it's a very long one.